Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first. It's not annual because that's once a year.
But I like how annual sounds too.
But we want to do this more than once a year.
Yeah, it's gonna be hopefully.
Let's not say weekly because I don't know if we can quite commit to that yet.
It's gonna happen more than once. We
There
can
you
say
go.
that.
Welcome to the first. This is the first for sure, though.
Numero uno.
Numero uno. Pretend Adult World Podcast.
Yes.
He's T. I'm Z. Not to be confused with TMZ. How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. You know, I'm good. I'm good.
Glad to hear.
How you doing?
You know, can't complain. Single, no kids. I look like Drake. Sometimes J. Cole. So
You winning. Yes.
I can't complain. I don't have the Duke starting 5 haircut though, so you take what you can get.
Yeah. Hey everybody. Once again, welcome. This is something that we just talked about for a while, and finally putting it into action. You should really see the setup we got here. It's
tier 1, if I do say so myself.
This is ground zero, so ain't nowhere else to go but up. So
very true. So a little bit about Pretend Adult World. It's something that we kind of think. Well, okay. So people grow up and they have this idea, or would you say expectation, of what they think adult life is. Mm-hmm. And we're just pretty much here to dispel that. Like, you can be an adult and still have fun. It doesn't have to be sad, or just paying bills. So that's, pretend adult life. You want to add anything to that?
Yeah, pretty much what you said. Pretend Adult World is pretty much crushing the stigmas and the stereotypes of what it means to be an adult. So, as you'll see, as you continue to listen to the episodes here on the podcast, we're just going to cover a lot and really think outside the box. So, hope you guys are ready, because we're excited about this, and
definitely
just going to have some fun with it,
For sure. We'll be covering a lot of topics: sports, music, movies. I would say politics, but I don't know if I want to read CNN.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep up with that either. It can,
we
might come out with a podcast specifically for that later.
There.
So
there
yeah,
you go.
be on the lookout for that. TNZ, CNN,
CNN podcast. But yeah, we're gonna cover a lot of topics as well. We'll be giving out our social media, so if you have anything you'd like for us to speak to, feel free to send us tweets, Instagrams, so on and so forth. So let's start off. We had a big weekend. There was the divisional playoffs in the NFL.
Yep.
So let's start off with, we're based here in Atlanta, but neither one of us are Falcons fans.
Oh.
We won't talk too much about your Bucks, but the Steelers, my Steelers, advanced, but we're going to get to that. So anyway, the Falcons versus Seahawks went down on Saturday, and the Falcons came out victorious, 36-20, I believe. What did you see during that game, Terrell?
Those dirty birds, man. I'm all right. As he said earlier, as Z said earlier, I am a Bucks fan. ride or die. I hear y'all laughing in the back. I don't like that, but it's
Nobody's
cool.
laughing.
They're laughing in my head. So. But I've been a Bucks fan. I'm from Orlando, Florida originally, so grew up, representing the home team, and that's just what it is. We still got a ring, and the Falcons don't. All right, so let's get back to the game.
To the team's actually playing. Go ahead.
For now, all right. So, watching the Falcons play the Seahawks, they look good. I can't even lie. Matt Ryan really, it was clinical out there. I think he threw for over 300 yards.
Yeah.
I think he had like 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah,
so
slinging that thing across the field.
Yeah, they look good. Seattle, it was really a tale of both offenses. And Seattle's banged up defense. Seattle's, they're really banged up on both sides when you think about it. The O-line is just kind of, nah.
Earl Thomas was missing from the
Earl
defense.
Thomas missing. I think they even had a few injuries during the game, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I think a few people did go down.
On the D-line, but I think they came back in the game later. Yeah. But, yeah, the defense was pretty banged up, and Atlanta took full advantage. They did what they were supposed to do.
Now, it appeared to me that Atlanta employed a strategy, and I want to get your take on this, that they had one recording artist, Future, on the sideline.
Oh, yeah.
In order to possibly intimidate Russell Wilson, as if you guys don't know, Russell Wilson's dating Sierra, who's formerly with Future.
Future's baby mama.
Baby mama, if you will.
AKA. Yeah, it looked like Russ was on the sideline drinking a lot of dirty Sprite. I could just tell some of his balls were kind of selling on him,
He didn't appear to have the offense in rotation, if you will. But
a fun fact. So the final score was 36-20, right?
Yes.
36 plus 20 is 56. 56 nights. Connections.
So the Falcons defeat the Seahawks, and they'll be moving on to the conference finals.
Another fun fact. Lil Bow Wow was also on the sidelines roaming. So
that doesn't sound like a fun fact to me.
That's a conspiracy theory, if you ask me. Atlanta, they knew what they were doing. They came ready to play on and off the field.
You know who should have been there?
Who?
Marshawn Lynch.
That's another story, yeah.
So, in the second NFC game, we're going to go a little out of order here. The Packers played the Cowboys, and my goodness, that's a 30-for-30 game right there,
Aaron Rodgers, Hail Mary. Just call him Hail Rodgers. He's just, any little bit of time that he has to win a game, you just gotta expect for him to do it.
That's what he said afterwards. They said, "What were you thinking when, they kicked that field goal?" And he said they left too much time on the clock, and he proved that.
35 seconds, 38 seconds.
35 seconds. Yeah. Got sacked the play before. Calmly turns to the refs like, "Timeout, dog."
We're going to take a timeout, dog.
Comes the next play, rolls left, hits Jared Cook for a 35-yard pass. Now, here's a fun fact. Jared Cook, alumni of, prestigious. I went to school here in Georgia, so, the prestigious 5A class. Jared Cook's a member of that. He went to North Gwinnett, so, I got to throw that in there.
Okay.
Legend of the 5A, but... All right. Be on the lookout for that during the podcast, Legend of the 5A.
So he's going to be having a homecoming next week then.
Oh, yeah. Huh. So the Atlanta Falcons will be playing the Packers in the final game at the Georgia Dome.
The last one. I just don't want. Oh, I'm really stuck here. It's like I'm just gonna have to be neutral. Either team win, it's not gonna be good for me. I really can't stand the Packers or the Falcons. I can't stand the Packers because one of my close friends is a die-hard Packer fanatic, and I'm just gonna say he's a cheesehead. I think they like to call themselves cheeseheads, don't they?
Like that.
Yeah. So
I think Lil Wayne's a cheesehead, but then at the same time, I feel like he roots for a different team every year. But that's another
podcast.
Yeah. So let's go over, since you don't like either one of those teams, let's go over to the AFC. The first game on Saturday was the Patriots versus Texans. I think that game could be summed up in Brock Osweiler sucks. Like,
trash.
He's just been anemic or terrible all year. And you know what the worst part about that is?
Wait. Did he play? Did he even play?
I don't know.
I think it was that the other quarterback. Hold on, let me. Per ESPN app. Let's go to the. I think. Oh yeah, the Savage.
No.
He didn't play.
Savage didn't play.
Oh, you're right. He did.
Osweiler. Contrary to popular belief, Brock Osweiler did step on that field, and he threw 3 interceptions. But you know the worst part about it, that is, with Brock Osweiler in this terrible year?
What?
I had DeAndre Hopkins on my fantasy team. It just
hurt.
Between that and Brandon Marshall, it was a rough year in our league that we played in.
Yeah.
In my other leagues, I finished second in one. My famed team running to the 6.
Yeah.
I know you guys like that. And my other team finished second. Girl, I know you want this pick, so it kind of balanced itself out, but it was a tough year. But
you know what I think? I need to come up with clever team names. I think that's the most important thing about fantasy football.
Oh, for sure.
It's not who's on your team.
No,
it's
not at all.
What your team name is. Like,
exactly.
So I had 2 teams, the Magic City Twerkers. Okay. They didn't quite twerk up to their expectations this year.
Gotta get those twerk per minute. So.
Yeah, I got. And then I had Get Your Popcorn Ready, and
that's not too bad of a name.
Yeah. And my season, it reflected that.
Okay.
It wasn't the best name, but it wasn't the worst, and that's kind of where we fell. So we actually eliminated each other from playoff contention.
That is true. We didn't come through. There was a 4-way tie, I believe. My team,
4-way tie
was on like a 5-game win streak, and then I made the mistake. I'm putting my hand up. It was my fault. I had Marcus Mariota on the bench, and I also had Drew Brees as my quarterback. And Marcus Mariota was just hot, for the 2 weeks. So I'm like, and he runs. So I was like, even though Drew Brees is playing at home, I just wanted to play Marcus Mariota, which he didn't have a bad game. He had like 21, 22 points, but
however,
Drew Brees had 32 points.
He only had 32.
I mean, there's some givens in fantasy football. You don't play running backs from the Lions. You always play Drew Brees at home.
Yes.
Like, those are 2, and you always play Julio. I don't care who they're playing. They could be playing a whole team of Darrelle Reverses from 4 years ago. You always play Julio. And I broke that rule, and I suffered for it. So I'm
gonna tell you what you were looking at them damn predictions. Them damn predictions.
It probably, what can I say? I love numbers.
Marcus Mariota had 4 touchdowns against this team last year at night.
At night. That's the important part.
Daylight savings time. ESPN really needs to chill with the dumb stats. Like
they do. And the funniest thing about this, that Texans game was so bad that we haven't even talked about it. So like we said, Brock Osweiler.
I forgot they even played.
Brock Osweiler, 3 interceptions. Deion Lewis, 3 touchdowns. Now he came back because he had been injured for most of the year, and which they kind of got by because LeGarrette Blount, he led the league in rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, everybody knew the Patriots was going to win. So, we can go on. So the next game, my Steelers. We didn't score any touchdown, but we won the game. We're going to have...
Barely.
We're going to have an inauguration for our kicker, Chris Boswell, to, induct him into the Killer Bee fraternity of Bell Brown and Ben. Because, 6 field goals, that's a playoff record.
I got to say, hats off to him nailing those 2 50-yarders last 2 minutes of the game. Oh, I'm sorry. That was Green Bay. Sorry. Oops.
Hey, it was a big weekend for kickers, okay?
Yeah. Man, but
kickers.
I didn't like how that game ended. That holding call. Well, I mean, I guess it's a 50-50 toss-up call. Yeah, referee's discretion.
The Steelers fan in me, he had his hands around his neck. Like, it's James Harrison. He's in the fountain of youth. Like,
it's James Harrison. He's a 20-year-old in a 30-year-old body.
He's Debo from Friday. Like, wouldn't you be intimidated to see him coming around the corner? Like, it's a big guy.
It was an entertaining game, though.
It's like the Ben Wallace of football. But anyway.
But I'll say this. I give the Steelers, they look good, too. They look good on defense. They got a big task ahead of them this next weekend going up against the Patriots. But I do believe they have a chance. Small chance, but if their defense plays the way they played this past weekend, they have a good chance to beat the Patriots.
Okay. So you have it there. T staying neutral, or do you want to pick an NFC champion, or are you going to just stay neutral there?
All right. Packers lose to the Falcons.
What's the score?
It's going to be a shootout. I see it being 34-31. Both offenses are really clicking right now this time of year. Aaron Rodgers is unstoppable. Matt Ryan and the Falcons are unstoppable. They got the 3-headed monster with Julio, Ryan, Freeman.
Mm-hmm.
They look good.
Hey, they got a lot of weapons over there.
Yeah, they do.
Sanu,
yeah,
who looks like Julio. Doesn't play like Julio.
Right, but
you see him from the side. I'm like, is that Julio? I'm like, no.
Right, Julio's clone.
See, if he would have kept the dreads.
Yeah.
He had dreads, right?
He has something.
See, but he had to cut those off because people kept thinking that him and Roddy White were brothers. So he had to let those go. But you can't count out Sanu or Taylor Gabriel. He's a little speedster.
Can I take my pick back? Can I take it back? Can I take?
You know what? Just because it's the first inaugural episode, I'm gonna let you take your pick back.
This is the annual episode.
We'll come back and revisit it next year.
I'm going to say the Packers are going to win. Okay. Only because what Aaron Rodgers did in Dallas, in that dome, in that atmosphere, that's a big-time game. Yeah. So I think the Packers defense are going to, make one more stop. One more stop than the Falcons defense. Uh-huh. Both defenses are trash, but I just think the Packers, they're more experienced. I think that they're overall the better team, so I'm gonna pick the Packers. Oh, gosh,
I know it hurts, man.
Yeah, it really does.
Look, you got the draft to look forward to. The combine is gonna be on. I'm pretty sure you guys.
The Bucks are coming next year. Hey, we coming. I don't care what. Hey, Falcons doing their little thing now, but next year, look out.
You and Jameis.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all can celebrate the Super Bowl with some crab legs. You knew it was
I
coming.
knew it was coming, yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Falcons, and then I'm gonna tell you why. Both teams have explosive offenses for sure, but Atlanta can actually run the ball. That's where I'm a little iffy on Green Bay, because you got a wide receiver back there who's been good, but you got a wide receiver back there playing running back. It's not the same as having a Freeman or a Coleman back there.
But Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but if you can't,
But Aaron.
but if they get that pressure,
Aaron, all right?
they get that pressure. Look, this is my pick, okay? So, their run game for the Falcons, and I think the Falcons' defense is just a tad bit better than Green Bay. Both teams aren't lockdown defenses, or even close to it, but they're a tad bit better. But I will say this. I might slightly lean a little bit more toward Green Bay if Jordy Nelson plays, but it depends how healthy he is.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah. The Fast and Furious is being shot outside if you didn't hear that.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
This is,
this is a good ass mic. Picking up the highway sounds.
you know. But I think Jordy Nelson, if he practices and he can be, he didn't even have to be 100%, because like you said, Aaron Rodgers, but
I feel that Aaron Rodgers is another threat when it comes to running the ball. So that's a big factor. I mean, he's like a Russell Wilson, but better. He has the agility of Russell Wilson.
But is he a
With-
better runner than Russell?
With the arm of Brett Favre, Tom Brady, Matt Ryan. He's up there. He's elite. So
He's definitely elite. He might be the
He's
best
a threat.
quarterback in the league, but
he's a threat when it comes to running the ball. So you got to be careful with that.
he's not Cam. It's not like they're running read
Oh, no.
options for him out there.
But I'm saying, 5 wide.
He's gonna have to throw the ball at least 45 times. I'll say that.
Oh,
But-
yeah, he probably will.
Like you said, hey,
Against that defense, I mean.
it might come down to the kickers again. So
Yeah.
you're going with the Packers.
Yeah, I'm gonna
going
stay
with
with
the Falcons.
Sticking with the Packs.
You want to bet a trip to
Cheesehead.
Magic City on it? No, I'm just kidding.
We could bet a lap dance.
So in the AFC, we've got my Steelers, Sixburg, going for 7, against the Patriots. Who you got, T?
Is this really a real game?
Of course, it's gonna be on CBS.
Did you see what your boy did? AB? Saw he messed y'all up.
Oh, you talking about? Look,
Tom Brady saw it.
Mike Tomlin is a Kappa, okay? So he's gonna be smooth. Like, that's all you know. The
All right.
Patriots are gonna
You
get
gonna be-
killed
yeah.
with a K. Okay, they might not be killed, but I take that back. The game is gonna be competitive with a K. Shout out to the Kappa coach.
It'll be a competitive game, but you gave a highly competitive player in Tom Brady extra fuel with that Facebook Live rant or whatever it was. AB, keep it in house. You don't need to do that kind of stuff.
He's
Get
a
your
boisterous-
players in order.
He's a boisterous guy.
Get your players in order, man.
Now,
But I will say this. Yeah, Pittsburgh, man, them killer bees are serious. So offensively, they have the firepower to stick with the Patriots. However, that Patriots D, which has been the real hero of the season.
oh yeah,
You played 2-3 quarterbacks for the year?
3 quarterbacks.
3 quarterbacks. You still finished the season, 12-4?
14-2.
Oh.
Yes, they lost to the
14-2.
Bills and they lost to the Seahawks.
They ain't got nothing to do with offense. That's
Brady's a bad man.
hey.
However, let's not discount the fact that they didn't look like they were all on all cylinders this weekend. The Texans defense played pretty well. If they didn't have Boo Boo Osweiler for quarterback, they might have had a chance.
The Texans defense is good. I mean, it's a good defense.
J.J. Watt wasn't even there.
Right, but I mean, you still got, what's the boy's name? Jadeveon. Mr. Clowney himself.
Yes.
One-man wrecking crew. I mean, they're a good D.
They played well.
They weren't, and they weren't 100%. They played well, played a good game, but it's the Patriots. Aziz. Z.
Look.
You,
Gronkowski's not there. You can't just count that Tom Brady's not the same person without Gronkowski.
He's not the same person. He's better.
No, that's a damn lie.
I can't even name anybody in their receiving core.
You got.
They're gonna win though.
I don't know.
They're gonna win.
I don't know.
That's the beauty of the Patriots.
We might kick 7 field goals this week.
Look, this is coming straight from Bill Belichick's mouth. He said he's not on the what did he say? The snap time, snap face, or the Instagram
the face chat.
Yeah,
the face chat.
The Instagram
the
chat.
Instabook. The Facegram. That's it. It's the Facegram. That's what he is. Your head coach wears hoodies on the sideline.
That's it goes to show you. He ain't worried about all that sideline
well, he
stuff.
should. Who's gonna stop Le'Veon Bell? Who's gonna stop Antonio Brown from dancing in the end zone? We talked about Debo on the defense. Like we've got 7, 8, 9, 10 linebackers. We just throw out there blitz and bring.
Yeah, you're making some good points. I'm about to make a point.
Okay.
You guys got 7. You guys got great players. Several great players on offense, on defense. But it's one thing that you don't got.
What's that?
You don't got the spies that the Patriots got.
you
don't got them spies in the stands.
We don't.
Filming your sideline. Because that's what Bill Belichick got.
That's what he does. But we do have a coach that is willing to stick his knee out when a team is returning a kick, And so, it's not the same. But like I said, he's a capo coach, so.
He was just shimmying. That's all. He was in the middle of a stroll and
he kicked out.
Woo!
And they caught him in the middle.
My bad.
Yeah. So obviously, I'm taking the Steelers. You're taking the Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots got this.
Okay. We'll.
Super Bowl will be Pats versus Packers.
And who are you taking there?
Pats. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll revisit this. After the weekend, I'm taking the Falcons and the Steelers.
Obvious choice.
The hometowns, and it's gonna be good. So we just got finished watching the Warriors destroy the Cavs.
Oh yeah, it was bad. I'm yawning. The Cavaliers put me to sleep from there.
The most exciting part of the game, I think, was when Draymond closed behind LeBron. That's about as competitive as the game got.
Yeah, I mean that WWE move was pretty impressive.
Maybe we'll get Draymond to kick some field goals for us this weekend because he's got a pretty good leg.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at kicking balls.
I think the Buccaneers are going to try to pursue him this offseason, so be on the lookout for that. We need some help.
It might be a good addition for Jameis.
Yeah.
And Mike Evans.
The final score was Warriors 126, Cavaliers 91.
Well, they got to 91. That's almost 100.
Yeah.
But
not quite, but
Warriors scored a little more.
At least you tried,
Hey, they still won on Christmas, so it's 1-1 at the end of the day.
Clay went off, had 26.
Okay.
It was just an even showing for the Warriors here.
Got a lot of shooters, man.
Do you really think the Warriors are the team to beat?
I still got to
right
get
now.
to the Cavs, man. And until the champion has been dethroned, they've got to be at the top. And JR didn't play. They're still getting acclimated
Very good point.
with Kyle Korver. You know, LeBron takes like a vacation in the middle of the season every year anyway, so
It's about that time for
right.
his sabbatical.
Right. So I think the Cavs, you know, until they're dethroned as the champions, they've got to be the team to beat. So.
Okay.
But I'm a Thunder fan, so you can understand why I might be a little salty about the Warriors.
Not really much else to say about that game. Man, the Warriors shot 50% overall, 44% from the three-point line. Cavaliers just couldn't compete with that. So that pretty much told the game right there. Even scoring for the Warriors. So
Dangerous team.
yeah, very dangerous when they're on.
Definitely. So now that we got the sports out of the way, we're gonna give you guys some PATs. What are PATs, you may ask? Those are pretend adult tips. You know, to make sure to keep the stress out of life. Make sure you don't transition into that adult life. Just keep on pretending. So today's pretend adult tip, the first ever pretend adult tip.
The first one.
Since I get told I look like Drake once a week, I figured we'd go with know yourself, So
I like it.
People, everybody has flaws, if you want to call them flaws, but everybody has things about them that may be undesirable or may, not be the best of traits, we'll say. Mm-hmm. And when I say know yourself, I feel like you just kind of gotta own that. Like, if you're a girl and ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. You might hear a skip when we actually upload this. I had a little technical difficulties, but we're back. But like I was saying, you gotta know yourself. So if you're a girl and you're crazy, well, because not all girls are crazy.
Well, you were right. You didn't have to, stop yourself. If you're a girl and you're crazy, continue.
I just want to say, like, 85%, 75, 85% with a 25% margin in the other direction. But if you're crazy and you know you're crazy, you just gotta own it,
Embrace it.
Like, you shouldn't be judged by your emotions because you never really know how you're gonna react to a certain situation, as people like to say, in the moment.
Yeah.
But you gotta know that about yourself, that okay, I am prone or have a propensity to
pop
act
off.
in this,
I'm prone to pop off on somebody.
Get a little ratchet,
A little lit.
Not too lit, but 4 lit.
Yeah.
Like, if you get 4 lit, you gotta know that about yourself. So
it's being aware, being self-aware. Like you say, like, I'll just say, like, okay, if I know that I get angry or something I know that's gonna upset me, I know that I'm gonna react this way. Mm-hmm. It's the first step to becoming a better, you. It's because it's like, okay, I know when this happens, this is how I'm gonna react. This is what I do. So let me prepare myself for this, and what can I do, to be better from it,
Gotta have that self-reflection.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people are always so quick to want to blame their problems on everybody but themselves.
Uh-huh.
They fail to see how, it might not be completely your fault while you're in the situation that you're in, but you do have some sort of responsibility in there.
Yeah.
So you kind of gotta own that. Like, I know about myself, like, if I don't sleep a certain amount of time or like early in the morning, I'm grumpy. So I'll give a quick little story. When I was in college, I was a basketball manager, and one of the perks that I had for being a basketball manager was I got to do laundry in the laundry room because laundry costs money in the dorms. And so, they got to
incentives.
Right. Incentives. So, me being the person that I am, I wanted to help out my friends around me, so I invited them to come do laundry with me one time. But they brought like a whole bunch of like 2, 3, all of them had like 2, 3 bags.
They brought the whole year's.
They brought the dorm with them.
Spring semester and fall semester.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, which really wasn't too much issue because I guess they just knew when I told them, they're like, oh, I'm going to save up all my laundry to bring it over. But I'm like, that's fine. It's cool. So, they came, they brought the laundry, and I ended up being the only one there. And I was, getting the laundry and all that stuff together.
They had you washing their clothes.
Well, no, because I had to take stuff off.
Oh, okay.
And then they had to leave, though, because I think campus security came around, and I was the only one that had the clearance or, the key to be in there. So they left. But we didn't finish all of the laundry and stuff to maybe around like 5 or 6 a.m. man. And like I was just so tired and angry like at all of them. Like in my head I was like, why you guys have so much stuff? Like this is ridiculous.
You wash clothes for 6 hours, my friend.
I was not strutting back to my dorm. Not at all. And so I was so angry, but at the same time in my head I knew the only reason I was so upset was because I hadn't slept. Like, I was tired. And so, I didn't, in my head, I'm cursing them out. I'm like, fuck you, like, bitches, I can't believe all this shit.
This is a family podcast.
Hey, there's some grown families. But, like, I knew that about myself, that the only reason I was really upset was because I was tired.
Yeah.
And so I didn't take that out on them because I knew for myself, like when I don't sleep and I don't get that rest, I get a little, angry. So you gotta know that about yourself, man.
Yeah. Just to touch more on that is own it, know your strengths and weaknesses. Turn your weaknesses into your strengths.
Definitely.
The more you know about yourself, the better you are.
The more you can grow and keep pretending to be an adult, man. That's why we're here.
And speaking of that, we got an official name for all of our listeners and fans. Call you guys the pals, pretend adult fans, but I don't know. Pals just kind of work. So
pals, yeah. Pretend adult listeners.
Pretend adult listeners. That's what it was. Hey, thank you, Z.
Hey, connections.
There it is. Okay.
So
pretend adult listeners, we call you guys pals, and anytime one of you pals want to, get in contact with us, reach out to us. Some of this stuff.
Itinerary. So right now, I did mess up the email address, but I fixed it. Right. So if you want to send us, some suggestions, some comments, or just tell you love the show, you want to know what we look like, even though I'm not going to send you a picture. I'll probably send you a picture of Drake and Dwight Howard. You can hit us up at pretendadultworld@gmail.com.
I'll send a couple of shirtless pics just to get it popping.
So T actually works out. I just pretend to work out. So I got a mean jump shot though. So you can hit us up though at pretendadultworld@gmail.com. As well, if you want to tweet us, Our Twitter is P_adultworld. And our Instagram is pretend.adult.world. Try to get the name without the dots, but apparently somebody's using it. Maybe we can get it from them. Maybe we won't.
Yeah.
That's part of the mystery of life.
We're going through the legal process now, so
we're up and coming.
may do an out of court settlement.
So we've been going for a pretty good while here.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
This
sorry.
last part, I was gonna call this tease time. So, anything that you want to talk about or put out there, the floor is yours.
Thank you. This is tease time. Welcome. I didn't come prepared with anything this episode,
You know why you didn't come prepared?
but I do have something.
Okay.
I like this because I can just talk about anything, right?
This is your time.
This is
man.
my time. This is my moment.
If you want to talk about nothing,
This is my shining moment.
it
you know?
is.
Here we go. All right. I'm watching the Warriors Cavaliers game. I just had a question. Anybody else? All right. Yeah. Anybody else feel when they look at Klay Thompson that he looks like one of those what do they call them? The founding fathers from Prometheus. But for real, like I'm sitting here watching it, I'm just like, dang, he looked like that thing on Prometheus.
He does have the nose. I
Like
will
he's
give
a
you that.
direct descendant.
Hey, that's why his jump shot's so pure. Like it was probably a descended down
Yeah.
from the founding fathers. You might need to look, even though
I need to look that up.
I mean, even though his dad did play for the Lakers, you never know. That might not be his real dad, because
Right. He might be a doctor because he don't really look like him,
Right.
In a way.
I don't know what his mom looks like, but I guarantee she doesn't have that nose. So
I know what she looks like.
Okay, she does. Does she have the nose?
What do you mean? She's one of the aliens.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and watch Prometheus because it might be in the credits. You know, it might be, Klay Thompson Sr.
They probably is like one of the thank yous. Like, we want to say thank you to the Thompson family.
Of course. That's probably what happened.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and look
Yeah.
through the credits because he might have some.
He might
be in there.
There
Might be a thank you, and it all makes sense now. Like he had to go to the Warriors because they were kind of like alien warriors. There's so much connection. We're really digging stuff right now. And
wow, we don't have enough time to. Man, I wish.
Next time though.
Yeah, episode
Next time.
2.
But anyway, once again, he's T, I'm Z, not to be confused with TMZ. This has been the first of many to come in this new year of the Pretend Adult World podcast. We're signing off. Don't stop the party. And have a good night.
That was a bad designer